Welcome to the Bookworm Duo. Today, we review books for kids. Let's get started.
Sounds fun.
Today, we're diving into The House at the End of Ladybug Lane by Elise Primavera.
Okay.
It's this, really funny story about a girl named Angelina Neatolini. Get this.
Okay.
Her family is obsessed with being neat.
Oh, wow.
Like obsessed.
It's true. I mean, they're not just clean. They're
Right.
like super neat.
Yeah.
The book actually shows them vacuuming their lawn.
Vacuuming grass.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is.
I can't even imagine trying to keep my lawn that neat.
Uh-huh.
But it gets even better.
Okay.
They iron their linguini before they cook it.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
That's hilarious.
It's one of those details that makes you laugh out loud.
I know.
Especially when you think about how kids see the world.
Uh-huh.
Imagine a kid reading this and thinking,
Yeah.
wait, you're supposed to iron your noodles.
Yeah.
It's just so silly and over the top.
It is.
Which is perfect for a children's book.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of over the top,
Okay.
the book shows how the Neatolini family is so obsessed with neatness that they almost throw Angelina out of the house.
What?
Because she likes to play in the dirt.
Oh, no.
I know.
That's kind of sad.
Talk about taking things too far.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great way to show just how extreme the family is.
And it sets up this funny contrast with Angelina, who just wants to be a normal kid
Totally.
and get her hands dirty.
Which brings us to another classic kid desire.
Yeah.
Pets.
Oh, yeah.
Angelina really wants a pet, but of course her parents are totally against it.
Right.
I mean, pets are messy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Neatolinis are horrified at the thought of a pet messing up their perfectly tidy home.
Right.
So poor Angelina's wish for a furry friend keeps getting shot down. And that's where the story takes a really fun turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So picture this. Angelina is heartbroken that she can't have a pet, so she wishes on a star for one.
Ah.
And because this is a children's book, you know, there's got to be some magic involved, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
A ladybug who just so happens to have a bit of trouble hearing
Okay.
flies by and hears Angelina's wish.
Uh-oh.
But here's the funny part.
Okay.
The ladybug thinks Angelina wishes for pests instead of pets.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
That doesn't sound good for the Neatolini family's spotless house.
It's not.
What kind of pests does the ladybug bring?
Well, the ladybug brings a whole bunch of helpful,
Okay.
but messy pests.
Oh.
First up is a baking pest who whips up all sorts of delicious treats in the kitchen, but leaves a huge mess behind.
Wait, a baking pest?
Yeah.
That actually sounds kind of amazing, even if he is messy.
It is pretty amazing.
What else does this magical ladybug bring?
Well, the ladybug isn't done yet.
Oh, no.
She also brings carpenter bees to build furniture,
Okay.
a spider to weave curtains and rugs,
Wow.
and even doodle bugs to paint the walls.
That's crazy.
It's like a home makeover, but with bugs instead of contractors.
I can't wait to hear what the Neatolinis think when they see their perfectly tidy house turned upside down by all these helpful pests.
Well, you'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
Let's just say that their reaction is priceless.
Right.
And it leads to some big changes for the whole family.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the ladybug grants Angelina's wish, or at least what she thought was Angelina's wish, and now the Neatolini house is full of bugs.
Right.
I can just imagine the look on their faces
Oh, yeah.
when they wake up and see what's happened.
It's a moment of pure chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine walking into your kitchen and finding a baking pest
Yeah.
covered in flour,
Okay.
surrounded by piles of cookie dough and cake batter,
Oh.
and your living room.
Yeah.
It's now a construction zone with carpenter bees buzzing around,
Oh, my goodness.
building new furniture
Wow.
out of scraps of wood.
The Neatolinis must have been absolutely horrified.
At first, they are completely freaked out.
Right.
But then something really interesting happens.
Okay.
Remember, the baking pest isn't just making a mess.
Yeah.
He's making delicious treats.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I bet the smell of fresh-baked cookies and cakes
Right.
started to fill the house. And even the Neatolini family couldn't resist that.
I mean, who can say no to a warm chocolate chip cookie, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
So even though the house is a disaster, the delicious food starts to win them over.
Right.
That's a great way to show how sometimes
Yeah.
good things can come from unexpected places.
Yeah.
Even messy ones.
That's one of the things I love about this book.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds us that it's okay to let go of our need for control sometimes and embrace the joy that comes with a little bit of chaos.
It's a good reminder for kids and adults.
Absolutely.
I mean, who hasn't stressed out over a messy house?
Right.
But like the Neatolinis discovered, sometimes those messy moments can lead to something wonderful.
For sure.
So what happens next?
Well, like all good magic, it eventually fades away.
Oh.
The next morning, the ladybug spell wears off and everything goes back to normal.
Oh.
Except for the delicious treats, of course.
So the Neatolinis wake up and find their house back in its perfectly neat and tidy state.
Yes.
But what about the baking pest and all the amazing treats he made?
Well, that's the best part.
Okay.
The Neatolinis have had a taste of the baking pest's delicious creations.
Right.
And they realize that sometimes a little mess is worth it.
Oh.
So they decide to let the baking pest stay,
Okay.
even though he doesn't exactly fit in with their tidy lifestyle.
That's so heartwarming.
It is.
It shows that they've learned to accept not just the baking pest,
Right.
but also Angelina and her love for dirt. They finally understand that it's okay to be different and embrace the messiness of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ending that teaches us about the importance of acceptance, both of ourselves and others.
Right.
And it reminds us that sometimes the greatest joys come from the most unexpected places.
I love how this book takes a simple idea,
Yeah.
a girl who loves dirt and a family obsessed with neatness, and turns it into such a fun and meaningful story.
Right.
It's a great read for kids, and it even has a few lessons for adults, too.
I agree. It's a charming story with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
And it reminds us that it's okay to loosen up and have a little fun,
Yeah.
even if it means getting a little messy in the process.
So the Neatolinis learn to embrace the mess and even keep the baking pest around.
Yeah.
I bet their house was never the same after that.
You're right. I think, with all those delicious treats and, fun new additions from the carpenter bees and doodlebugs.
It makes you wonder what other adventures Angelina and her family might have now that they've, loosened up a bit.
Right.
Maybe they'll even get a real pet someday.
Oh, yeah, that's a great thought.
Right.
It would be interesting to see how they would handle a furry friend now.
Uh-huh.
But they're not so worried about keeping everything perfectly neat and tidy.
I think this book has a really great message for kids.
Yeah.
It teaches them that it's okay to be messy and that sometimes the best things in life come from a little bit of chaos.
And it reminds us that, being different is something to be celebrated.
Right.
It's okay if you don't fit in perfectly with everyone else.
Yeah.
What matters most is being true to yourself.
Exactly.
Just like Angelina.
The House at the End of Ladybug Lane is a delightful story
It is.
with a heartwarming message. I think kids will love the funny characters
Yeah.
and the silly situations, especially the idea of a baking pest who makes delicious messes.
It's a fun and engaging read.
Yeah.
With colorful illustrations that really bring the story to life.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I would definitely recommend it to any parent looking for a charming and whimsical book for their kids.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe to our channel for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, and we will see you on the next episode.